Ohio State looks cheap at home to sports bettors here inside the MGM book, but Purdue is fighting for the Big Ten title. Who should you take in this matchup between Purdue and Ohio State? Stay tuned for my breakdown. Tony T here from Gamblers Television, where we cover sports from a point spread perspective. That's right, Point Spread Talk has returned to TV, so be sure and tell all your friends about our show because we know you guys like to get down on college basketball, and we have you covered right here on Tony T Sports Bets on GamblersTelevision.com. Our TV show page at www.gamblerstelevision.com is updated once, sometimes even twice a day with point spread coverage from the major sports and betting tips from college basketball. So you guys make sure you check it out daily. All right, now it's time for our coverage. We go to the Big Ten. It's Purdue at Ohio State. Ohio State a 2-point home favorite. 7 o'clock Eastern time, ESPN will televise. Ohio State, they conclude their Big Ten play with 2 home games, as they'll be tough ones as they host Purdue and then close out with Michigan State. Heading to Saturday's action, the Buckeyes were 8-7 in conference, and they're in desperate need of a win at home to Purdue. The problem with Ohio State is Purdue will have their foot clearly down on the pedal because they're in a battle for the Big Ten regular season title, and they're going to be fully motivated here. Another problem for Ohio State's quest for an NCAA tournament berth is the fact that heading to Saturday's action, the Buckeyes have lost 4 of the last 5 games, and that's something a bubble team cannot do for entry into the tourney. The Buckeyes must simply stop the bleeding, and they're running out of time. The problem, again, with Ohio State is they cannot beat top-flight Big Ten team on the road or at home. Ohio State is 0-5 against Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan State, and Purdue with 2 of those losses on their home court. Heading to Saturday's action, Purdue are winners of 12 of the last 13 games, and they're a lock to make the tourney. Following their loss at Indiana, the Boilermakers had 9 days in between games, and Purdue head coach Matt Painter spent that with practice time with his young Boilermaker squad and worked intensely on defense and spent a whole 2.5 hours on practice time, and it paid off. Against Minnesota, they held the Gophers at just 35% shooting. Purdue, they get contributions from their entire roster as guards Robbie Hummel and Antoine Moore are capable of 20-point-plus efforts. Guard Keaton Grant has scored in double digits in 4 straight. Purdue is the better team and the right side in this contest as Ohio State will continue their struggle against the Big East elite squads. Take Purdue plus the 2. Be sure to visit and bookmark my TV show page at www.gamblerstelevision.com for continuous point spread coverage from the NBA and college basketball. Gamblers Television, get addicted.